the offload. Now Hunt, a deliberate kick. Ravalawa and Lomax. It comes to Lomax, then the grubber. Lomax! Oh my goodness! What a try!
What's up, guys, and welcome back. And you haven't guessed it from the title, or whatever I've put, I don't know yet, but we're coming in with some NRL showstoppers. Anyway, yeah, I just thought, like, I did that Lions video, and it was kind of, I thought it was quite good, like, thinking about the players that I wanted to kind of take on that tour, and I want to do something similar because I quite enjoyed doing it, and like thinking about what players I'd like and like the style of play and stuff like that. So I thought, I do like watching the NRL. Like, I'm not like, I haven't watched it for like years and years or whatever, and know like the history and stuff, but I've watched it enough over the years and like got that like general interest. And like this year and the year before, I've kind of like invested and like kind of bought into watching it a lot more and like really interested in it, because obviously it's a lot different to the Super League over here, in terms of probably like intensity and like, for one thing, definitely the like commentators. Like in England, it's a lot more kind of like, they talk a lot more about like, I don't know, it's just, I don't know how to describe it really, but the commentators over there just like proper like hype it up, and it's just, it gets you proper like excited for it as well. So that's another thing about the NRL that's just class. But I'm just gonna be like kind of like going through a list of players that I love to watch, who are just kind of, they change the game. They're like game changers, like MVP to their teams, some of the best players in the league. And I just generally kind of, when they're playing, I'm like, get them on the ball because something magical is going to happen. So I've picked a load of players, show a few clips of what they can do, and just kind of talk about it. And yeah, we'll get into it and have a bit of fun with it, you know? Okay, so I'll just list name a couple of players on the list, go through them, talk about them, how they're doing, like stuff like that, and just kind of have a bit of fun with it, you know? So I've got Bradman Best, so he plays for the Knights, representing, and the man's young. Like, I watched him last year, and it was like, he's 18, 19 now, maybe 20, I don't know, but watch him, and he's like a beast, like big bloke, powerful, and playing in that Knights team, he does bits for them. Like, obviously, Knights aren't having the best of the season. I feel like they just need a bit more energy around the team, maybe a few more big ball carriers who like Bradman Best and a couple others that I might name, can kind of take the momentum forward and kind of propel themselves into like more competing position in the league. I've got Clint Goverson. This man does bits for the Paramount Eels, and he's just, yeah, class. You see when he like coming on season to season, he's got bigger this season. He's like dominating it, and he's like at fullback, he's just class. Just controls the field when he's on the ball, and decision making wise, just on the money every time. Stags for Broncos. I feel like he's got a little bit of that. I don't know how to say it. He's just got something a little bit different that he offers to the Broncos, which gives them that like extra edge when they're playing. Broncos again haven't been the best team this season, but like I'm filming this today, so when the Broncos played the Roosters, Broncos beat the Roosters obviously, and yeah, he's one of those players that you just got to have in the team because he offers that something different, and he can make something happen from nothing. Like I'll chuck a clip up, and you can see like what he does and the kind of magic he pulls out the bag. Another one that I just got to throw in there, David Fifita. He's again young, and he just does bits for who he's playing for. He draws in defenders, and he's got that like, he's a big bloke, but he can shift as well. He's got that little bit of X factor that gives him that edge. So one of those players that you just got to watch out for. Another one, Dane Gagai. Again, he's got that little bit of edge. I love watching him for the Queensland Maroons, and yeah, just another kind of excitable player. When he gets on the ball, you don't know what's going to happen. Interception wise, could like go the length, and just a little bit of edge when he's on the ball. So does bits for I think it's the Rabbitohs, isn't it? Yeah. So this one, it's, you could flip a coin and be like, which one do I want? Brett Morris, Josh Morris, both class. like veterans at this point, but they're just still scoring tries was fun. It's ridiculous. Like, you would have thought like getting onto like the later end of your career, kind of like dying down, maybe pushing on to another team that will take you, and they're still playing for Roosters at the top level, competing for titles and scoring tries for fun, and they're like two of the most like the best wingers in the league, pretty much. Right, so we've got another big bloke, Josh Papali, Papali, I think that's how you say it. Class, just draws and defenders, big ball carrier, can get their offloads away. You need that in a team to give you that momentum, give you that go forward, and it just completely changed the momentum of the game. If you get somebody like that on the ball, can just smash through a line. If he gets through the hole, mate, just fly through, get on his shoulder. You know what I mean? David Nofoaluma, so great winger, man knows how to find the try line, and can he do it in style? Yes, just a great I think he plays West Tigers. Class, just can finish and scores tries for fun. What else can you say? Some of his stuff's just class. Some of the tries he scored is just unreal. Cameron Munster, playing for Melbourne Storm, does bits with them, gels so well in that team, and it's like also kind of makes it look effortless, and he's like, I know what I'm going to do, I'll put a bit of silky smooth touch on that, and it just comes off, and then, like, you just need that playing in that team as well with some of the other players. Mate, if you can link up with him, party. A bit weird. Okay, one of my other players that I love to watch just because he's such a bosh. Yeah, what can you say about this guy? He's just like a proper niggly player, and he's like built and just finds those holes, and like you just want one of those players who's just like a little gnaws the whole game, but he also makes the difference as well, makes those little edges, puts people through holes, and also can do bits as well. So that's why he's in my team, and like just one of those blokes who's just a bit of a wild one, and I bet he's right good on the piss. But anyway, another Melbourne Storm player, mate. This guy's burst onto the scene. I'll take those off. He burst onto the scene and like still very young and literally just looking to score tries and looking to get through holes and looking to support, trying to just score tries anywhere and all the time. Ryan Pappenhausen, mate, he's so good, and he's so quick as well, which is why he scores all these tries, because he can, as soon as there's a line break, he's on your shoulder. So he's just definitely one of those like MVP players. And just love to have him in that team. But there's so many good fullbacks in this league. It's like, who do I pick? But Ryan Pappenhausen definitely got to be up there for one of them, because you can just see what he does, and he's so quick on the ball. Okay, this bloke, like maybe not on the best team, but what he has to deal with and what he can do on the ball, class. Like Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, he can find the try line and he can do it in style. So you definitely have to have him, like consider him, and one of those players that you just, when he's on the ball, you don't know what's going to happen, and you love to watch. So definitely got to have him there. One of those players that like you might not think like too much of, because he's playing in a little bit of an underrated team. St George Illawarra Dragons, Zach Lomax. Just one of those players that you hear his name and you're like, yes, he's class. Just what he does for that team, just very underrated player, I think. And he does bits for him. See what he does on the ball, class. It's a bit like proper, like chilled, and you can just change the game in the eye of the moment or whatever. But class. Right. Another bloke for Paramount Oils, Mike Acevo. Again, knows how to find the try line, and he does it in style. Like, he can score some unreal tries, and he's such a big bloke playing on the wing that you just can't not put like a man or two man on him, because he's that class. But definitely have him in my team, because some of the stuff he comes up with is just unreal. Another bloke plays for them, Regan Campbell-Gillard. The man has got an engine on him. Like, he will go for 80 minutes non-stop, give me the ball, I will make meters, I will hit people hard, and he'll give us all the whole game. And like, he's also one of those players that will like go through the hole, and just look for the ball, look for those tackles, and work his arse off for you. So definitely one of those players when they're in the, like, trying to think of the word, when they're kind of like flowing, they got that flow in the game and they're like on top of it. He's one of those players that is at his best and definitely one to play, one to watch when they're playing. Another big bloke who definitely you want to watch and want in your team, change that momentum, give you that bit of extra edge when you're going forward. Junior Parlow, class player, again, very good at offloading, and definitely one of those blokes who draws in players. So if somebody's hitting that line at pace and he can get that offload away, whew, watch out, because they're going forward. There's going to be opportunities to score tries, and definitely with a bloke that size. So I've got Galen Bonga, mate. This guy's step is unreal, and like ever since I started watching NRL, like he's been one of my favourite players just because of what he can do. Like you see those like stuff on YouTube as well, where he's like schoolboy highlights, and they were like, he just was a class above everybody else, and like he's still so young, and still much to go in his career. It's just like a bit of a disappointment that he's playing in that Knights team, where he needs a little bit more around him. He needs a little bit more go forward, some of those bigger players who can kind of give him the momentum change, because he runs those lines and he's got that footwork where he can just beat players. You give him a one-on-one, he'll beat them. He just needs those players to take him forward and kind of do it. So like Kalen Ponga, jeez, is just kind of, yeah, he's one of those the best fullbacks in the league, definitely. He just needs that kind of people around him to kind of get him that go forward ball and give him those opportunities to beat players, because yeah, he's definitely one of my favourites. Yeah, probably saw from my reaction, but yeah, definitely in there. And I've left these till last because actually I've got one more. Whoops. Valentine Holmes, he does bits. He's kind of one of those players who can beat players for fun, and he's just on the ball. He's just, I think, like so calm and collected that he will just react to the stimulus, and he knows what he's doing, and he can just do it with ease. And yeah, just one of those players that you want on the ball. I think he plays for the Cowboys. Yeah, like one of those players you just need. And like if you give him an opportunity, he will take it, and it's just so class on the ball. And you can just see like when he's on the ball, he's so collected with what he does, and yeah, easy. Okay, now that I've left this to last, you're thinking like, why hasn't he said any Panthers players? They're like the best team in the league. He's like, yeah, because I was leaving them to last. Okay, Brian Tuo. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Brian Tuo. The man is a beast. Playing on the wing, and like when you see it, he is so explosive on the ball. As soon as he gets the ball, he's like, I'm running through you. I'm not running around you, I'm running through you, because he's that big. I think he's 110 kilos, but he's not a big bloke. He's probably like 5'9", 5'10", but he's built, and he just wants to run through you. And yeah, like watching him last week when they battered, who did they batter? I can't remember who they battered, but it was like 13 at half time. Whenever he was on the ball, he was just looking to like fly forward, and he adds so much energy to the attack. Just one of those wingers that you've got to watch, because I enjoy watching him so much because he's so explosive on the ball. It's like orgasmic. A bit weird. Okay, one of my other players that I love to watch just because he's such a big bloke and he offers so much when he's on the ball. It's so exciting to watch. Viliami Kikau. Yeah, just class. Like, offers so much when he's on the ball. Defensively, he will sit you down, and yeah, just in that Panthers team, he works so well with who's around him as well. Now I've left this man to last because, again, so many young players in this league, but this man is very young, burst on the scene in this Panthers team, and just, mate, he's so calm, composed, but he's also
Cleary again. Cleary runs. Cleary scores. Brilliantly done there from Nathan Cleary. Cleary on his right. Nathan Cleary, that's a great try. Cleary, he's got him behind the line. That's considered. Nathan Cleary.
That you just watching him is just class, because what he can do on the ball, running those lines, and the people that he can put through holes is just class. He just brings that Panthers team, like, gels it together, and that's why they're doing so well. That's why they were 10 from 10. Were 10 from 10. They are 10 from 10. Yeah, Nathan Cleary. He's just unreal. Like, definitely like best 10 at the moment. 10. Well, playmaker. Like rugby union, I'm talking about. Like watching NRL, he's like the 10, like the playmaker, and yeah, he's class. Some of the stuff he does, and like I said, he's like not just like an average like give go playmaker and everything. Like he hits those lines, he creates those opportunities, and he's got great feet, great pace, scoring those tries. And you see how many like tries he scores for this Panthers team, and yeah, he just whenever Panthers watching, like those 3 players I just named are class to watch, especially with Nathan Cleary in that team, because he just does bits for them. Anyway, that concludes my kind of like excitement rant about like this NRL team. Like, tell me if there's any players that you think I've left out that are kind of like class as well. There's probably a couple that I've left out that like I like to watch as well, but those are definitely ones that like just stand out for me. Like when they're playing, I love to watch them just because they have that magical edge. They have that X factor, that kind of like, you're like when they're on the ball, like something naughty's gonna happen. But yeah, so like just leave a comment or whatever, kind of just tell me if like I've missed out any players or all that rubbish. But yeah, had fun like doing this, kind of like looking at people watching it on a Saturday, Friday, Sunday, and just kind of watching those players play. You kind of pick up like, yeah, he's naughty, and like the games are class. Especially like I said at the start, like the commentators just kind of give you that hype and that edge, and they like hype these players up so much that it makes it so much more exciting. So yeah, just yeah, had fun doing this video, and if you liked it, give it a like. Comment what you thought about who were picked and stuff like that, and like share it, subscribe, get the channel growing, and I can do more stuff like this. Like just tell me, and I can do like, yeah, I can just do like loads of stuff like this, like stuff that I'm interested in, and yeah, just let me know, and we'll see you in the next video.